What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Tower of God New World video. Alright guys, we're going to be doing a showcase today. That is going to be the main focus, but I do want to talk about a few things real quick. There have been some major changes coming up, obviously, that you guys saw in the dev notes. I know a lot of you guys are very upset about the whole SSR Plus situation and how that we may not actually get a choice and it'll only really affect whales. But even then, whales have to spend a lot of money. I'm going to say this real quick. At the end of the day, I know a lot of people are upset, but the way Netmarble has at least been approaching the dev notes and how they've been listening to the feedback that we've been giving, I'm still very hopeful. I'm hoping to see them make the right decisions and actually provide us with some positive results as the game goes on, because as the SSR Plus pool gets bigger, it's going to be even harder to draw more units, because obviously you're good. It's like saying this: find two blue marbles and a stack of 5 marbles, red marbles. Pretty easy to do, right? You can probably pull them out. The probability is high, but then do the same thing again when you add another 1,000 marbles. Try to find those two blue ones in there, and it becomes a lot more harder, and your probability goes down. So same thing with units, right? The more SSR pluses we get, the more SSRs get added to the game. The probability of pulling an SSR plus, especially the one you want, becomes even lower. So of course, we really want them to obviously action that, but that's not what we're here for. Today, I want to do a showcase on a incredibly good stall tank and one of the best units in the game, top tier unit as a matter of fact, and that is going to be Khun Mascheny. So we're going to talk everything that she is, what she's all about, why she's an assassin, and why she's one of the better tanks out there as an assassin, including her exclusive weapon. So let's get into that real quick. So let's talk about her skills first, okay? Great Spear of Dawn. So this is going to be her special move. Khun Mascheny becomes invincible, teleports to the enemy with the highest attack, then slams the Great Spear of Dawn into the ground to decrease the magic resistance of enemies by 20% for 10 seconds, and deals 120% of attack to as damage as 5 times. So the final attack causes a giant explosion within a circular range. So it does single target and then AoE, and also the fact that it reduces damage. You're better off having magic units around her so they can take advantage of that extra magic resistance down. Okay, so very, very powerful move there. Khun Mascheny dashes forward with her lance to deal 250% of her attack as damage to all enemies in her path, and then returns to her starting position. She becomes invincible while dashing. So you'll notice a lot of her frame rates are making her invincible, making her a really good stall tank, and we'll talk more about that after. Discharge. Khun Mascheny discharges Lightning Shinsu to deal 200% attack as damage to nearby enemies. Any enemies she hits are stunned for 3 seconds, so great CC. She then creates a Shinsu barrier that lasts for 10 seconds. Enemies inside the Shinsu barrier deal 40% less damage to Khun Mascheny. She becomes immune to status effects while in this skill. So you guys notice that she's getting a lot of tanky skills, even though she's built as an assassin and a magic user, right? So keep that in mind when using her. Don't be looking at just the assassin part. Her whole kit is built to be tanky. So Khun Mascheny removes all status effects and swallows a lightning pill when her HP drops below 40%. Upon consuming the lightning pill, she gains 100% pill gauge. She gains 100%, lightning pill gauge. Lightning pill's effects are removed when the gauge hits 0. The lightning pill gauge decreases by 10 every second, but increases by 10% when she uses a skill. So while the lightning pill is active, Khun Mascheny's attack increased by 60%, and her HP will not drop below 1. That's right, making her invincible and one of the, if not the best stall tank in the game. So let's go ahead and just build this. You do want to give her as much evasion as possible. I'm just going to give her everything. You shouldn't be doing this, by the way. You should give the proper stuff out, but I'm just going to build this real quick, and we'll talk a little bit more about her weapon as well, which is her proficiency right here, maxed out, and we'll talk about what her weapon does. So, exclusive weapon. At level 1, enemies hit by lightning sphere are shocked for 3 seconds. Shock targets take 50% more damage. Take 50% of Khun Mascheny's attack as damage every second. Level 2, discharge is enhanced to decrease damage taken from enemies inside the Shinsu barrier by an additional 10%. So you go from 40 to 50%. The discharge cooldown is reset when defeating an enemy with the Great Spear of Dawn. So whenever you kill somebody with her ultimate, making the discharge reappear again, making you a lot more tanky yet again. And then Mascheny's swiftness increased by 20 when entering the red pill status with the front row lightning pill. So remember, this gives you more attack, but now it's also increasing her swiftness, making her attack faster, and obviously going to be hitting harder because of that, because she's attacking more. So let's go into a fight and show you guys what she is all about. So let me do a trial real quick. I haven't done a trial in a long time. And I'll put her into the team. Great, we're fighting red units too and a couple lights. So you can see here I have her right here. We're going to switch and put her right there instead. We'll put that as a hard there. So we're going to watch her. You guys can see what she's all about, how she stall tanks, and her damage output as well, and why she's one of the best characters in the game, especially for what she does. As an assassin and a built-in tank, I don't know if it was intentional. Clearly it was. I don't think she's the right class. She should have probably been a warrior, to be honest with you, because of how well she functions. But let's take a look together, and you'll see how it goes, okay? So first off, you'll see she runs up really quickly. She'll take aggro right away. Now watch her HP. Here's her one of her actives where she goes through. You can see here she's taking very little damage right now, right? Okay, and so we're going to hopefully get her down to 0. I don't think we will in this one, so you can see kind of how it works. But you'll see her actual Great Sphere right now. Okay, look, she picks the target with the highest damage. You can see there the damage was pretty good, and she killed him off. So there you go, right there. Let's take a look at the damage output. Hats will obviously do way more, so don't compare those two. Hats is almost maxed out for his E for me. But there you go, right there. So damage-wise, she didn't take as much as him, but she pretty much stayed at full HP. Decent damage for what she did there. Actually, you know what? The damage is fairly low here. Let's pick a better place to do this. So you guys can kind of see the immortality and how she stall tanks as well, right? I'll pick an actual adventure mode, which I'm at 16.4 right now, so I think they'll probably wipe the floor with me there, but we'll try it out. Okay. There you go. You guys can see here she's in this team right here, so we'll do that one real quick. Okay, so see right here. Watch when she goes down to 0. So you saw the bar there, the blue bar, that's her status. That's her changing her status. Okay, so she has the barrier, so there you go. Now she's down to 0. Now look, she'll survive here for quite some time. Okay, she got a healer, and then she dies. So you can saw their immortality lasted for about 5 seconds, 3 seconds. So really good stall tank. Unfortunately, she dies, obviously, after a while. But let me just exit that. So that's how she works. Essentially, having her and Zahard in the same team gives you 2 tanks that can take damage, put out damage, also do pretty damn good DPS, and at the same time gives you survivability to allow your other DPS and your support healers to get them back up, and your DPS to actually out DPS the opponent and take them down. So having them with your main DPS is going to let you push content even further. So her and Zahard together is a dream team for tanking, especially stall tanking. They're the 2 best I think in the game, period. So if you are looking for a stall tank combo, her and Data Zahard together is going to push you guys fairly far. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.